My dear, come closer. This is not a message you are hearing by accident. Your soul has been crying out for truth. Your spirit has been reaching up to heaven, longing for clarity. And now, your prayers are being answered. You have carried questions deep in your heart, questions you didn't dare speak out loud. Why do I feel uneasy around certain people? Why does my spirit shrink when I'm near them? Why does something feel off, even when everything looks perfect on the surface? You tried to silence it. You tried to explain it away. You tried to believe the best in everyone. Because your heart is kind. Because your love is real. Because you are loyal, sometimes to your own hurt. But heaven has been watching. God has seen what you could not see. God has heard the conversations you never heard. God has witnessed the intentions behind the smiles, the hidden motives behind the kindness. And now, because you are ready, because you have grown strong enough, because you have matured in faith and wisdom, your angel is exposing the truth. This exposure is not meant to crush you. It is meant to free you. This is not a punishment. It is a divine rescue, a sacred intervention from the heart of a Father who loves you too much to let you continue blindly. Pope Francis reminds us that when God moves to reveal truth, it is a sign of deep mercy. Mercy that does not leave you entangled in falsehood. Mercy that rescues your destiny from being delayed. Mercy that clears the road ahead of you so you can walk in peace and purpose. You may notice strange shifts happening around you now. People you once trusted may suddenly seem distant. Words that once comforted you now feel hollow. Situations that you once ignored now demand your attention. This is not a coincidence. This is not you being overly sensitive. This is spiritual eyesight being restored. God is removing the scales from your eyes. God is fine-tuning your discernment. God is sharpening your spirit so that you will no longer be deceived. It hurts, doesn't it? It hurts when the ones you prayed for, the ones you cheered for, the ones you loved without limits, are the very ones heaven is asking you to release. It feels unfair. It feels like betrayal. It feels like loss. But beloved, it is not loss. It is preservation. It is divine surgery, cutting away what could poison your future. Some people were allowed into your life for a reason or for a season, but not for a lifetime. Some were never meant to see the fullness of who you are becoming. Some carried secret bitterness, even while smiling to your face. Some applauded you with their hands, but cursed you in their hearts. And though you loved them, though you wanted to believe in them, God could not allow them to journey any further with you. Your calling is too great. Your destiny is too precious. Your future is too holy to be contaminated by hidden enemies. Pope Francis teaches that God exposes to heal, not to shame. God reveals to restore, not to humiliate. Your angel stands guard over you now, whispering to your spirit, opening your eyes to what was once hidden. The strange dreams you are having, the sudden gut feelings, the unexpected delays, the odd conversations where truth slips out. All of it is the hand of God moving, preparing you for the next chapter. It is no longer about who you want to walk with. It is about who God has chosen to be part of your journey. And make no mistake, what God removes, He replaces. What God strips away, He fills with something better. What God uncovers, He will heal completely. You may feel alone right now. You may wonder who you can trust. You may find yourself weeping in quiet places, aching with confusion. But hear me clearly. You are not alone. You are surrounded by an army of angels. You are wrapped in the unshakable love of your Father. He is closer than your breath. He is working even in the silence. He is speaking even through your tears. And soon, oh so very soon, you will look back and see this moment for what it truly is: the beginning of your freedom, the unveiling of your promotion, the launch into a destiny you never dreamed possible. Pope Francis reminds us, God's plans for you are filled with hope, not harm, with future, not failure. Trust this exposure, even when it stings. Trust this shaking, even when it rattles your heart. Trust the hand that holds the scalpel, even when the surgery hurts. For what feels like breaking is truly blessing in disguise. Some people needed to be exposed because they could not go where God is taking you. Their hearts could not carry the weight of your anointing. Their character could not withstand the glory about to pour into your life. If God allowed them to stay, they would have sabotaged the very blessings you have been praying for. If God allowed them to remain hidden, they would have become a snare to your soul. So rejoice even through your tears. Rejoice even through your pain. For your angel is doing holy work, cleaning the path before you. Your angel is not only exposing, but also protecting, not only revealing, but also restoring. You are walking into a season where God Himself will be your defender. You will not have to fight battles with your own strength. You will not have to prove yourself. You will not have to explain why you are walking away. Your peace will speak for itself. Your growth will announce your obedience. Your new blessings will testify to your surrender. Let the exposure come. Let the truth rise to the surface. Let God peel back the layers you once clung to out of fear. You are safe in His hands. You are hidden under His wings. You are carried by His love. There is a beautiful loneliness that comes before elevation. There is a holy solitude that comes before your next assignment. Use this time to heal. Use this time to pray. Use this time to allow God to rebuild your trust, not in people, but in Him alone. For when you lean fully into Him, He will send new people, pure hearts, clean hands, souls who will not compete with you, but complete you, souls who will celebrate your rise without secretly resenting you. You are being prepared for glory. Pope Francis often reminds us that God's pruning is not punishment, it is preparation. And today, beloved soul, you find yourself right in the middle of that sacred preparation. You are being pruned. You are being refined. You are being made ready, reshaped by unseen hands, molded tenderly but firmly for the very thing you once believed was beyond your reach. This is not cruelty. This is not abandonment. This is not rejection. This is the deep work of heaven. This is the artistry of a Father who sees far beyond what you can see, who knows the weight of your calling, and who refuses to let anything stand in the way of your divine purpose. Even now, if you quiet your spirit, you can feel it. The slow, almost imperceptible shedding of what no longer serves you. The painful pulling away of dead branches that once bore fruit, but are no longer meant for your next season. The holy severing of attachments that would only hold you back from the new garden God is planting within you. Do not cling to what God is cutting away. Do not clutch the old wounds, the old narratives, the old familiar patterns, simply because they are known to you. Let them fall from your hands like autumn leaves released into the wind. Let them go with gratitude for the lessons they taught you. And then turn your face toward the horizon, where the first light of your new day is already breaking. Do not grieve so long that you miss the doors swinging open in front of you. Heaven is moving. Heaven is rearranging. Heaven is setting the stage for miracles that your mind cannot yet comprehend. If only you knew the magnitude of what is being prepared for you behind the veil, your sorrow would turn into dancing, and your mourning would be swallowed up in songs of praise. Do not let anger harden your tender heart. I know it hurts. I know it feels unfair. I know that betrayal burns hotter than fire, and that injustice can leave you gasping for air. But do not let bitterness take root in the soil of your soul. You were not made to carry that poison. You were made to heal. You were made to forgive. You were made to rise. Forgive them, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. Bless them, not because they blessed you, but because blessing is your inheritance, and nothing shall steal it from your hands. Release them. Place them gently into the hands of the Almighty, where justice and mercy perfectly meet. And then, with trembling but courageous steps, step forward. Step into the new. Step into the unknown. Step into the promises that were whispered over you long before you took your first breath. Walk into your new season with open hands and a tender heart. Leave behind the heavy armor you once thought you needed. You do not need to protect yourself from love anymore. You do not need to defend yourself against blessings. Your shield is no longer fear. Your shield is faith. Walk boldly, knowing that all of heaven is backing you. Walk freely, knowing there is nothing hidden, nothing shameful, nothing broken that can disqualify you. You walk covered in light. You walk clothed in righteousness, not because you earned it, but because it was gifted to you by the one who calls you his beloved. Your angel has exposed them. The masks have fallen. The illusions have shattered. The false alliances have been revealed for what they were, not to break you, but because you are finally ready. Ready to be trusted with the truth. Ready to guard your heart with wisdom without closing it off in fear. Ready to see with clarity without allowing cynicism to blind your sight. You are ready to discern without becoming bitter. You are ready to love without losing yourself. You are ready to rise without apology, without shrinking back, without explaining away the fire God has placed within you. This exposure is not your ending, dear one. It is your beginning. It is your coronation. It is the sound of heaven declaring that you are no longer hidden, no longer overlooked, no longer buried under the weight of false attachments. You are stepping out of the shadows and into the glorious light prepared for you from the foundations of the world. Remember the words of Pope Francis: where there is truth, there is freedom. Where there is freedom, there is God. And where God is, there is always victory. Not sometimes, not occasionally, always. Victory is the anthem written over your life. Victory is the song the angels are singing over you even now. Victory is the inheritance placed in your hands by a Father who calls you chosen, redeemed, and restored. Lift your head, beloved. Square your shoulders. Wipe the tears from your eyes, not because the journey hasn't been hard, but because you have survived, because you have overcome, because the ones who stood against you have already lost their power, because the battle has already been won on your behalf. The ones who plotted against you have been defeated by forces they cannot even see. The traps set for you have already been turned around for your good, weaving themselves into a tapestry of testimony so radiant that it will cause others to marvel at the faithfulness of your God. You are stepping into a future so beautiful, so bright, so divinely orchestrated that even your dreams will seem small by comparison. A year from now, you will look back and barely recognize the version of yourself that trembled with fear and uncertainty. You will marvel at the strength that was always within you, the strength that suffering uncovered, the strength that pruning revealed. Thank your angel for their fierce loyalty, for their silent intercessions, for their tireless protection when you were too weary to fight. Thank your Father for his wild, relentless love that refused to leave you in places that no longer honored your spirit. And thank yourself, yes, thank yourself for the courage it took to trust when everything in you wanted to give up, for the faith it took to let go of what was killing you, for the stubborn hope that refused to die even when hope seemed foolish. Your story is not over. It is still being written. And oh, the best chapters have not even begun yet. Hold on. Hold fast. The night may feel long, but dawn is breaking. Stay faithful. Stay soft-hearted. Stay ready, for what is coming next will make you forget every tear you cried over the ones who betrayed you. It will redeem every sleepless night. It will heal every wound. It will prove once and for all that not a single moment of your suffering was wasted. God's plans for you are still alive, pulsing, breathing, growing under the surface, even when you cannot see them. God's promises over your life are still true, unchanged by your failures, undiminished by your delays, unshaken by the storms that tried to break you. God's hand is still resting gently, powerfully upon you, guiding you, shielding you, strengthening you in ways you cannot yet understand. And now, beloved, finally, you are free. Free to walk boldly into the destiny that has had your name written upon it all along, free to embrace the future without fear, free to dream again, to hope again, to believe again. Heaven is rejoicing over you. The angels are standing guard around you, and your Father is smiling, whispering over you even now. Well done, my beloved. You trusted me through the fire. Now watch what I will do with the ashes. Amen.